When I first started playing World of Tanks, I had no idea which tank I wanted to play or what even nation I should even try. But I tried off the Russian line first, and I honestly could say I think that's one of the best lines for new players to start with. There are a lot of really amazing tanks in all of the different classes, and on this week on Destination Tanks, we're going to go through the Russian tanks. First, we're going to start off with the KV-1, a classic Russian heavy tank. This is actually one of the tanks that got me into playing heavy tanks in general. It's the first time you can start really bouncing some shots and dealing some serious damage. But you're a big, slow, heavy block of steel with not many good angles, but you've got so much armor, you're just a serious presence wherever you roll on the battlefield. It was one of my favorite experiences when I first started playing World of Tanks. Pick the KV-1 if you don't mind feeling like the ultimate armored badass, but don't mind going a little slower. Next up, we got the KV-2, the KV-1's bigger brother. And man, I love the gigantic cannons on this thing. It's incredibly inaccurate, it's slow, it's got a massive turret, it should be the worst tank in our game, but man is it so much fun when you manage to nail someone with that massive howitzer round. It is a really fun tank to play, and it works you up the line for a lot of really great tanks as well, but the KV-2 is definitely one of the top tanks, the destination tanks of the Russian line. You'll just have so much fun seeing huge numbers explode out of other enemy tanks. A really slow, fat tank with the biggest gun on the field. Next up, we're going to go to another heavy tank, and this is the IS-3. This is a really interesting tank because unlike the previous two tanks, which are really square boxes and you kind of want to angle a lot, this has a classic pike nose, which is kind of a cool thing for a tank. It's got this weird shape to it, and it means it so you want to go head on into people's faces. Your job as the IS-3 is to punch people in the nose as hard as possible and get in their face. It is a great brawler. It doesn't have great armor, but it's got amazing angles to compensate to help you bounce those shells. So get in close, deal some damage, and be the ultimate brawler. Pick the IS-3 if you like a little bit of speed, like a good gun, and know how to deal with armor angling. Next up, we're gonna go for a little bit of speed instead. The LTTB. It's a light tank. It's super quick. The gun on it is decent. Doesn't have any amazing armor, of course, but it's so fast at getting around the battlefield. This is a tank I'd recommend if you don't mind a little bit less armor, but really like flanking guys. It's really great to find those mediums across the battlefield and really take them apart. Pick the LTTB if you want a lightning fast tank, but don't mind that you don't even have even an inch of armor. It's got a decent gun, but it's none to write home about, but man, the speed is where it's at. The ISU-152. This is a great tank destroyer. It has the hugest of the huge guns. It does so much damage. It's a classic, slow, not well armored. It has no turret. You're gonna get flanked easily, but man, it has the hugest gun on in the world, and it can be inaccurate, but when you hit those targets, it feels good. Pick the ISU-152 if you want a gigantic gun, but don't mind that the rest of your tank is utter crap. T-34-85. This is the last on the list. This is our medium tank, and it's a classic all-arounder. It's really great at doing everything, but not amazing at it. Taking a heavy tank on in an armor war is not great. Trying to outrun a light tank, you're not gonna win. But if you fight your enemies on their weak points, this is an amazing tank. Plus, the T-34 has a great amount of history behind it. It's one of the most widely produced Russian tanks ever created, and man, is it a fun tank to play. Pick the T-34-85 if you don't mind being a jack of all trades. Not amazing at anything, but don't mind being pretty good. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching Destination Tanks Russia. Let us know in the comments below what your destination tank is for the Russian line. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Greetings, tankers. The final match of the World Championship in World of Tanks has just ended, and the winner will be revealed a bit later. Right now, I suggest we go back a little to see what happened during these 2 incredible days of the Grand Finals.
This year is about going up a level, yeah? It's the biggest city. We're closer to the heartland of World of Tanks culture. We know that the level of interest and the fanaticism is going to be greater here, so that gives a sort of extra level of energy to the event.
The Grand Final in Moscow is awesome. We liked it much. Arena is big. We like it. There's a lot of crowd. We like fans. Our fans, they came here. They wanted us to make a sign.
The most amazing thing about World of Tanks in an esports context is teamwork and how it forces the players to do things that not even they know that they're capable of. So it is jaw-dropping. This is like something that we can compare directly to an Olympic Games or a World Cup. You know, the opening ceremony was just outstanding. So,
right, these are some of the top teams, some of the top players around the world. What I really want to see is something that inspires all of us and shows us what the best players can do when they play this game at the pinnacle of their talent.
The most not expected result is a result Ding versus Na'Vi. Because all of the fans expected that it's easy for Na'Vi, but we see that Ding show very good game.
It's awesome. You know, after 3 years of me watching it offline online from my place, finally now I can be actually here with a complete crazy crowd looking into Na'Vi, into Ding, into my favorite Kazakh crew actually playing on the stage. It's the feelings are just completely different compared to when you're actually behind the PC. It's awesome. The emotions are just crazy. Of course, and like you can feel it. You know? It's like it's vibing. Like it's really good to be actually part of this big event. Not only watch it, but actually be part of it. It's a great experience.
I think we came into this expecting to do pretty well after we saw what group we had, but I think being the first NA team to get to top 4 is really amazing for us. So.
What is your favorite team?
My favorite team? That's a tricky one. I always say Hellraiser, now I say Tornado Energy. I like them. I like the attitude. But then we have Elevate. The first time getting that far, an American team. Amazing.
In the final match, Chapel made up for the previous Grand Finals when he got stuck on this very map at a crucial moment. This time, he pulled himself together and a year later owned the battle.
Right? If esports is one way you interact with your favorite game, I'm playing it, I love to play, I love to play, I love to play. But then when I'm not playing, if I'm on the train or whatever, and I'm watching highlights, right? I'm watching bits from the actual match. I'm learning how to be a better player, right? I'm watching these guys and I'm seeing what I could do differently and better.
George Washington's the commander of the Patriot tank. Thomas Jefferson's the loader, and the gunner's Ben Frank. Tank! You can't penetrate this turret. High explosives a must. E pluribus unicum. In RNGs as we trust. Tank! Suits red, white, and blue rounds. Holds 4 cases of cola. Thomas Jefferson is shooting everyone right in their cupola, baby. When you ammo rack an enemy, the tank plays a guitar solo.